What up? What up?
What up? What up? What up?
We back, man. Dude,
Again.
Episode 10.
Yes.
10. We've been doing this for
10 times.
10 episodes. Thank
10.
you guys all for the support.
Yep.
Man.
It's
Imagine when we do episode 100.
Episode 100 for UFC. You want 300.
Yeah, I'll probably get rid of you by then. Get a real decent co-host and yeah, probably. The Beatdown podcast will be on a different level.
Well, hopefully you can at least find somebody who knows what they're talking about. This would be hard to replace me.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to replace you wearing all those helmets and tiaras, man.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, I'm telling you. I'm coming with the fucking heat today, though.
What's up, man?
No, man. Doing pretty good. Just came off a vacation.
Yeah, I was vacation.
It was nice. Too short still.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Is it really vacation when you have kids, though?
It is. It is.
I mean, none of you enjoy them, but it's restless.
Oh
Restless,
my God,
I
it's
think.
Chaotic. But, take them out to the lake, wear them out, make them swim.
Maybe drown them a little bit.
Yeah.
Get their blood going.
Like Jason Voorhees come out.
You watched the fights, man.
Oh, they had some good stuff, didn't
good
they?
Fights, yeah.
Yeah.
Good free card on UFC 92.
UFC
Salt Lake City. Why the fuck were they in Salt Lake City?
Ooh, I don't know.
What the fuck is out there?
John Stockton. That's about it. Carl Malone, maybe.
Maybe. If that.
They call me the mailman because every time I'm in the paint, I deliver. Yeah, man, they had some good stuff.
Yeah, man.
We'll start off with the UFC Fight Night 92 recap.
92.
Salt Lake City.
Rodriguez versus Caceres.
Rodriguez versus Caceres,
We're going to start off with the Fight Pass card.
The Cubby Cub.
I didn't know this fight was happening.
The Cubby Cub, yeah.
I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, oh, they're doing a rerun in Cub Swanson? That's cool.
It's Fight Pass, so I don't think anybody really knows that it's happening if it's on Fight Pass.
That's such a terrible fight to miss. I can't believe I missed it. Seemed like a good fight. When Cub Swanson's in there fighting, it's always going to be a good fight. Entertaining fight.
Yeah, so we had Cub Swanson versus Tatsuya Kawahiri. Did I pronounce that right?
Dude, Jack City. He's like a little Asian monster on steroids.
You talking about he's an Asian Brock Lesnar?
He's an Asian Brock Lesnar, but at he's 145 pounds.
He's an Asian Chad Mendes?
He's an Asian Chad Mendes. He looks like, since this is a big Pokemon craze right now, remember that Pokemon that had 4 arms?
Oh, you talking about Goro from Mortal Kombat?
Was it? I may be talking about him. He kind of looked like him. A little less tall, a little less Asian.
Okay.
Kind of like him, yeah.
Yeah, nah, man. Goro used to fuck some people up, too, in Mortal Kombat.
He did, man. He fucking beat on you. He was always the hardest one to beat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, Cub Swanson put off another victory.
Yep.
3rd round decision.
Just
wore him out from what I see. I didn't see the fight. Did you catch it?
This one I did not. This is the one fight I did not. It's on Fight Pass. So
even then, man, I would have. I don't know. I probably would. I might get Fight Pass. It's only like $10 a month.
Well,
Come on, man.
Come
on. You gotta give a little.
Yeah.
They're worth $4 billion for a reason, right?
Fight Pass should be about $1.
Anyways, Cub Swanson, man, he's on a run lately.
Oh heck yeah!
He's
ever since his loss to
out of his 8 fights, or I think it's 7 fights, he's had 2 losses. That's Frankie Edgar, who just fought for the interim title, and Max Holloway, who's probably gonna get the next shot at the title
after Aldo.
After Aldo. I mean, if McGregor ever comes back.
He'll come back.
But that's a different story.
He's going to come back, and he's going to clean that shit out once more.
Let me tell you his hit list. Jeremy Stevens, who just got an impressive win over Edson, what's his name? No, not Edson Barrow. No.
Edson Barboza?
No, not Barboza. Barrow.
Oh, Henan
Barrow. Yeah, Henan Barrow. Dustin Poirier. Who else?
Dang.
Charles Oliveira.
Man.
Ross Pearson.
Man.
Come on. Ross Pearson.
He's a beast.
He's tough. He's tough to take out.
Yeah.
I think he got him to rear naked choke. Dude, Cub Swanson's on a tear, man.
I'm excited for Cub Swanson. What do you think's next for him?
Well, here's
Chad Mendes. Oh,
Chad Mendes.
Never mind.
Oh, no. He's going to be gone for 2 years. Well, I have two options. One is
The rematch
rematch.
with Frankie?
No,
No?
I'm not as entertained as Frankie.
Okay.
I want Frankie to go to 135
Ah,
because I think he could run 135.
well, until he hits Dominic Cruz.
Well, I'll tell you right now. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now. Cub Swanson needs to fight one of the two of the same featherweights on this card.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Dennis Bermudez. He's
Okay.
145 monster.
I like that.
Or Yuri Rodriguez.
That's a big jump for Yuri.
Is it?
Yeah, and
Number 13. He didn't fight anyone who's ranked. Caceres wasn't ranked.
I like the Bermudez match.
Right?
Yeah, I like the Bermudez match. Or
Bermudez is on a tear too, man.
yeah.
We'll get to that fight later.
Maybe a future number one contender.
Yeah.
You know, I like that. I like that fight a lot.
But again, Cub Swanson on tear, man. And he's up there, tippy top. I think he's ranked number 5 right now.
Oh, he's beasting.
He's pushing the limits. Who we got up at number 5? We have Aldo, Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway. Ricardo Lamas, that's bullshit. Ricardo Lamas should not be top 5. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I love the guy. He's funny as fuck, but he's no top 5.
I could see you swapping places, maybe even putting Cub Swanson and either Jeremy Stevens or Dennis Bermudez in front of Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Lamas.
I say Lamas is definitely still top 10, but you're pushing 5. Go fuck yourself, man.
Ooh,
Come
yeah.
on. When's the last time this guy had a win?
Ooh, I don't see Chad
decent
Mendes on
win.
this list. I wonder why.
Dun dun dun. All right,
Dun,
man.
dun, dun.
Moving
Steroids.
on to Talis Latis.
Talis Latis versus Chris
Chris Camozzi. We both had Camozzi on this one, man.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did,
No, I
motherfucker.
didn't, bitch.
Are you
I
serious?
had Talis Latis by
Don't
second
shout.
round submission.
My good sir, how dare you? How dare you lie to the American people? You had Chris Camozzi.
No, go back and watch the footage. Get those views up anyway. Go ahead and watch
for
it.
sure. Yeah, go ahead and rewatch it and watch it again.
No, I had Talis Latis by second round submission, but it actually ended up being third round submission.
I don't believe you, sir. Not even a little bit.
I hope you
I could be wrong,
well,
but I'm hardly wrong. So
always wrong. Anyway, from this, Chris Camozzi in this fight was making it a scrap. With that ground game
he
from Talis Latis.
He didn't want anything to do with Chris Camozzi standing up on the feet.
Oh no! And then
But-
Chris Camozzi didn't want anything to do with Talis Latis on the ground.
It was a complete punishment for Chris Camozzi. He was on the ground, I would say, for about 70% of the fight.
Yeah,
The third round,
he was trying to make it a scrap.
Yeah, he was trying to.
was
Don't get me
landing.
wrong. Chris Camozzi was trying to make it a fight. But the third round is where we saw a little bit more him able to stand up and bang it out. But at that point, it was too late. He got him back on the ground and he wore his damage out, rear naked, sunk it in. And if Latis gets your back, it's fucking over, man.
Oh yeah,
Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Most of the time.
Honestly, if any of these fights, if Connor McGregor gets your back, it's probably over too.
Yeah,
and he don't have shit.
Yeah,
for
how do you doubt
submissions.
that? How do you doubt that?
If Canelo Alvarez gets your back, that's it.
Say it.
That's it.
Say what he was gonna do.
He's gonna rear naked. He you know what? Nah, he's gonna put in an arm triangle, reversed arm triangle underneath omoplata.
He'll probably
legit.
He'll probably pay you to move down the weight.
Dang.
Yep. So yeah, man, they snapped Chris Camozzi's 2-win streak.
Yep.
Which is not that great, but
still,
with the state of the middleweight right now, it's kind of like they're begging and choosing for some top contenders, and I was kind of hoping Chris Camozzi would be there.
Yep.
But this ain't done. Travis Latis. I mean, not Travis. Latis he fought Anderson Silva for the title, man. He was a title contender at one point.
Yep. Anderson Silva didn't want anything to do with his ground.
Yeah. The dude's a goddamn monster. He's a monster, man.
He's a beast on the ground.
I don't respect to Camozzi for taking the fight and hanging in there, and he'll be back. He'll be back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got on this fight.
Who do you think Latis fights next?
I'd like to see him versus one person.
Who?
Don't shoot me for this. Anderson Silva rematch.
Why?
No, I don't. Actually, I'm just playing. I'd like to see him versus Uriah Hall.
He lost to Musasi. Gabriel Musasi.
Mm-hmm.
Gegard Musasi.
Yep.
So Uriah Hall.
I think so.
I think he deserves it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I think it's a good great test for Uriah Hall, being that he's kind of
he's more orthodox striking.
All of a sudden, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a good fight for him. You could get to see what he does against a legit, possibly the guy with the best jiu-jitsu in this division, maybe besides Jacare.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
It's if Uriah Hall could get past that, then
I would love to see Jacare and latest fight because it would most likely be a standing war.
It would have to be,
and they can't strike for shit, so that'll be entertaining.
Well, I don't know. I
It'll
wouldn't
be
say that
entertaining.
about Jacare. Jacare can strike.
Yeah.
So that was the next fight.
Yep.
He was kind of, you know what though, I kind of feel like it was a little bit of a slow week in fights, and it's a slower week coming up. Oh God,
This weekend?
this weekend's nothing.
Not shit, man.
It's not, well, we have a big fight in Mexico, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that later.
Anyway,
Here we
the
got
next fight,
the Menace, Dennis the Menace, or Bermudez.
Dennis Bermudez versus Honey Jason.
Hani Jason. Is it Hani or Ronnie?
No, it's
Hani.
Honey.
Is he Brazilian?
I think he is. I
Yeah.
think he is. Yeah, he's like a white Brazilian.
Is that why they pronounce the R's like H's?
Yeah, it don't make no sense for
Yeah.
sure. Get that right. Anyway, for sure. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna have that R up there and pronounce it like an H, just put a fucking H.
For sure. Yeah, just put an H there, man. Why not?
Yeah. So, but anyway, Dennis Bermudez versus Honey Jason. It looked like it was going to be over in the first round. Dennis Bermudez wins by third round unanimous decision.
Yep.
It looked he took him down, did some nasty ground and pound in the first round.
Pretty much controlled the entire fight on the ground.
Right. And not only that, but got up and, he was landing some ground and pound, and he landed this huge elbow. Cut Honey Jason up bad.
Oh, yeah,
He was
on
just
his
leaking.
forehead, right?
He was leaking.
That was a nasty cut.
You ever seen the fight video where the old man gets in a fight with the dude in the bus, with the black guy in the bus? That was this guy leaking all over the floor. I don't know if you ever seen it. If you don't, you need to check it out.
Nah, man, I'm a devoted Christian.
It was like anyway.
We don't watch the violence.
It was a good fight for Dennis Bermudez. Honestly, he took this fight down. He won it fairly easy.
Yeah.
But there was a point in time where Jason
he was
had
in trouble.
his back.
He was in trouble for a little bit.
If Jason kind of knew a little bit more,
A little
about
bit
that
jiu-jitsu. Real good
yeah, if he knew
jiu-jitsu.
a little bit
But he's
about that
Brazilian. He
jiu-jitsu,
should know.
Yeah, it should be in his blood.
He
Like,
must- he
whenever they
must-
sign that birth certificate, it should be like, does he know Brazil?
He must have
Yes.
got black belt from Nogueira Brothers.
Ooh,
Was that a diss?
Low blow.
Was that
That
a
was a low
diss?
blow.
That's a diss track. You're
You
welcome.
talking about he got his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt from Chelsea?
Yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to go for.
Okay.
My bad, Nogueiras. You got your jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. But yeah, man, Dennis Bermudez is on a win streak, man.
Yeah, man.
And he has a win over, again, the probably up and coming contender for the title, Max Holloway.
I should probably move away from this mic whenever I drink
You
and make
slip.
this little slurp sound.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, anyway.
Don't embarrass yourself, man. Again, I think Bermudez, like you said, Cub Swanson's the fight to make.
I like it.
He called out Frankie Edgar, though.
But even
That'd be a kind of good fight, right? I think?
Yeah,
I think he'll get outboxed, but
I think Frankie Edgar will outwork him.
Yeah.
Someone needs to fight Ricardo the Llama Llama, so.
you should call him Ricardo Llama Llamas.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I like that name too.
Yeah, someone needs to fight him. If he's available, I don't see why Dennis Bermudez can't make that fight. But honestly, him and Yuri Rodriguez or Yair Rodriguez ain't that far in rankings. So I would like to maybe see the Bermudez versus Rodriguez fight.
Bermudez versus Rodriguez.
Battle for Mexico.
Is Bermudez Mexican? I think he's
don't
Puerto
know.
Rican.
Anyway, same thing.
He's Boricua.
Well,
come on, man.
Same thing.
Same thing. Not really.
Danny Swift Garcia.
But no, I prefer Bermudez versus Swanson. They're a little closer.
I like that fight.
Lamas versus Rodriguez.
That's a big jump for Rodriguez, just going by the
standings.
I
mean, these stands are bullshit. He's number 10. He should be at least number 10.
I think Rodriguez fucks up Lamas.
I think he fucks him up bad. But again, man, why the fuck am I making these fights for the UFC?
I don't know.
I don't have it. We haven't got a check.
Contract that I don't know about.
We haven't got a check yet. I'm waiting on my check. I'm making these fights happen, and you guys over there sucking on your thumbs, man. Let's make this shit happen, dude.
Let's go, man.
Come on.
I'm just throwing, I want to see these fights happen.
Yeah.
I want to see Connor McGregor versus Yuri Rodriguez, UFC 203.
Right after 202. Just right after.
2 weeks after.
Speaking of the devil, we're watching a rerun right now.
Ooh, all of a sudden.
Speak of the devil.
Yep. Is this recorded? Or what is this?
This is what the fuck are we doing? We're watching. The TV's on mute.
Fox Sports 1's on.
They're doing the replay of the actual card. So this is what we're seeing right now. So Uriah is currently kicking Andre Philly in the fucking face. So that was a great fight.
That was a good fight.
So yeah, man, the 145 division is looking a little stacked.
I like it.
Come on, I would say all top 10.
Better than the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, I would say all top 10 are monsters, man. Yuri Rodriguez, I think he breaks top 10 now. I don't see why he would, but Caceres is a fucking veteran, and and he's tough, and he beat him decisively. You know, on a main event, 5 rounds. He went 25 minutes. He may not have won. Oh shit! I guess we just move on to the next fight. Now that I'm talking, I'm spilling my fucking beans on it.
That's all right. So we want to see Cub Swanson, Dennis Bermudez.
Dennis Bermudez, Cub Swanson.
That's a good fight.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
I like that fight. But you know what I want about this fight? If this fight happens, I want this shit to headline a fight night, so I can see this shit for 5 rounds, because I think it's going to need to be 4 to 5 rounds.
See who Cub Swanson versus Bermudez? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Let's make it happen.
Just like they moved the Damian Maia versus Condit fight off of the UFC 202 pay-per-view, slapped it on its UFC fight night. So that's going to be a main card 5-round fight now. That's great.
And that's going to be right after 202.
Yeah,
right?
Next weekend.
Oh, fucking awesome. It's going to be 2 good weekends. This is what we deserve for having a shitty week. This week's going to be terrible.
I know, this is going to be horrible.
So yeah, man, on to the main event.
Like my kids, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
God damn it.
That sounds awful.
I know, right? That sounds horrible.
We got Yuri Rodriguez, the main event versus Alex
Yair Rodriguez.
Yair,
for sure.
For sure, I would go Yuri.
And you called that dude Andre Feely. Isn't his name Yuri Feely or some shit?
No, his name is Andre Feely.
Anyway,
Andre Touchy Feely.
Andre Touchy Feely. That's right.
Come on, man.
Hey, you know what? I can only remember his name.
You don't know.
Hey,
it's cool, man. You don't know fighting. It's cool, man. I can't expect you to get these names right. So he defeats Alex Caceres.
Dude, what's up with this mic stand?
5th round decision. Split decision. That was bullshit.
That was bullshit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Caceres is a tough motherfucker. He's talented. Good striking. Jiu-jitsu's not bad. He saw the beating he took from Sergio Pettis. Then in the 3rd round, he just came out got his back and tapped him out. Gave Sergio Pettis his first loss.
First loss to Sergio Pettis. Yeah. But you know what I really liked about this fight?
What's that?
Let me tell you. The crazy styles of Taekwondo / karate that we saw. The Muay Thai look.
It was literally like watching a Kung Fu movie.
It was literally like I was watching Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport. He was just kicking while the dude's just ducking it the whole time. That was him.
He got old dude's balls and just punched him into his fucking skull.
I was just waiting for someone just to grab sand and throw it in his eyes. And like,
God damn it! Don't you talk about Van Damme like that?
Ooh, man.
You respect the man's name when you say it. Put some respect on it, dude.
Put some respect in my name, you filthy bitch.
So again, Yuri Rodriguez with a fucking awkward style, but Bruce Leroy's same style though. Similar, not as much.
Probably got a little bit better hands.
I think his boxing is a little better. Yuri's kicks were on point though. He was he was twirling and whirling, man. He would kick you, and if you missed, he'll turn his hips some more and try to kick you with his other foot.
He's crazy.
Yeah, his boxing again can use some work. But I think he's working on that. He's one of those guys that looks impressive every time we see him. And yeah, man, just climbing up the ranks, dude. We think we got a superstar that has a country behind him, because their boy is 100% Mexican.
I'm glad you brought up the whole being Mexican thing, because as a fellow former Mexican,
United States citizen, whenever I think of MMA and I think of Mexico, I don't picture the whole country getting behind a fighter the way they do in boxing. And maybe it's because MMA is newer. They don't have TVs in Mexico. Cable.
Excuse me, sir. Hey.
Roof over their heads.
Hey, man. Trump built that wall.
Yeah, the satellite, the signal don't get past that wall. It's so fucking thick, man.
But Mexico gets behind its boxers. It always has, and it always will. And I'm hoping that will translate to MMA. You know what I mean? That we're starting to see more Mexican national fighters come out and that are MMA fighters, and they're pretty damn good.
Pretty damn great, man.
I think they try to cross over Kane like he was from Mexico.
He's Mexican American.
Mexicans love their Mexican, like their native fighters. They don't adopt the Mexican American thing.
Mexicans are very racist.
Very racist.
Very racist.
You should have listened
not
100%. My abuelita used to say that. She used to say that.
Oh, don't say that. Exactly. Because I know where you're going, and we don't want to go down that road. I mean...
No. But and I'm hoping we're seeing this translation now, or this transition now. We're seeing the transition with Mexico adopting MMA fighters and MMA as a true sport, and that they'll start following it, and we're gonna start seeing better and better. They just did a tough in Mexico, so we're starting to see better fighters come out of Mexico. And Yair Rodriguez was a fighter of Ultimate Fighter winner. Yeah. So man,
Did he win, or was he just a finalist?
No, I thought he won, but I may be wrong on it. Yeah. Nobody watches Ultimate Fighter anyway. So that's just where I wanted to go with it. I'm kind of glad we're seeing it. I'm hoping that they start backing them.
And Yuri's so marketable too. He's a nice kid, always respectful. Excuse me, dude can talk English.
Ooh, for sure, clear that.
For sure. If you want to get across the American and your native fans, you gotta speak both languages. Just saying. If you know someone, hey, he tries though. He tries. Well, he tries. It's very shitty, and just like my Spanish. Hey, but Kane, he tries. At least he tries. I love you,
Kane. Get some Rosetta Stone.
At least he tries. Unlike some Mexican superstars right now that aren't trying to make the effort and are losing a lot of money. You can sit in the pay-per-view buys. Just saying.
About that boy Canelo Alvarez?
Just saying. Nah, I'm not gonna say any names.
Hey, man.
I'm talking about Ginger Snap. I'm talking about Mr. Ginger Snap. He's losing money, and whatever floats his boat. So just learn English, man. Let's do it happen. Make it happen.
No.
But yeah, man, they just split decision. Split decision. I didn't think it was split decision. I think it's unanimous for.
It was unanimous.
Rodriguez. I think we can both give Caceres the third. We took a little advantage. He got winded. But damn, look at the cardio on Rodriguez, man. That dude was flying everywhere, doing backflips and like shit, man. His cardio was on point, and it just goes to show you he's ready for those championship fights.
I was like, is this UFC or is this Lucha Libre? Because I couldn't tell. Was that Rey Mysterio in that ring?
Surprised he didn't have his mask on, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard Rodriguez's song coming out, I don't remember the song, but it was, of course, of Mexican descent. I got a little hype. I'm not gonna lie. My Mexican roots came out a little bit. Like, okay,
let's get down. Gritos.
Well, I wasn't drinking, but I know I would have.
You were close.
I was close. But anyway, yeah, man.
That wraps up that. You got anything else to say about Fight Night? Because I'm done with it.
UFC?
Yeah.
For sure, don't put Yuri Rodriguez, the up-and-coming star from Mexico, in fucking Salt Lake City, Utah, bro. Come on.
The least Mexican area of all.
He should be fighting in November in Mexico. I think that's what the next card in Mexico City is going to be in November, right?
Let's go for it.
Just put him on the card, man. Let the
gente. I wonder if they're gonna make that versus Dennis Bermudez then, because if Dennis Bermudez is really Puerto Rican, there's always been a rivalry in boxing between Mexico and Puerto Rico.
Dennis Bermudez is Puerto Rican, just like I'm
Mexican.
Puerto Rican or Mexican, yeah, I guess.
But anyway. I think they're gonna have to. If they're gonna do that, though, they're definitely gonna probably toss 2 Hispanics on the card.
Yeah, they should.
On the main
Velasquez be on there.
For sure, don't put Kelvin Gastelum anyway.
Is he Mexican?
Yeah, he's like Mexican descent.
Oh, okay. All right, man. So we're gonna move on to the.
He's like
HBO.
A Mexican descended from a Mexican that descended from a Mexican that came from Mexico. Yeah, it's
interesting.
Think about it.
Interesting.
HBO boxing now. Let's move it, son.
My boy, pound for pound, king.
Well,
right behind Mayweather if he comes back.
Well,
Andre Ward, SOG, Son of God. Let's get it. Jay-Z, Rock Nation. It's The Rock.
Don't throw that Illuminati shit.
It's The Rock.
For sure, don't throw that up.
What's up, man? You see the fight?
I saw it.
Against Alexander Brand, tough fighter out of Colombia.
Colombian.
Maybe. Colombian.
I think he's Colombian. I watched this fight.
People were talking about my old coach from back in Tyler. Shout out to TBG. Was saying that Ward was stiff. I got to watch the highlights. I got to watch the first 3 rounds.
Oh, that's funny. Your coach said that?
Yeah.
Because I told you the same thing.
Did you?
I literally.
I may be confused, but
I literally just told you.
I heard he looked. People saying he looked weak, but it's not his original division.
I don't think he looked weak. I think he looked tentative.
I think he looked technical.
No.
How would you? Here's my thing with Ward. People say he's not flashy or fast or powerful, but yet no one's beat him. Am I right?
I agree with that.
And no one's come close to beating him. I
agree with that.
Okay, so how can we say someone can beat someone when it hasn't happened? All right, so people are saying, okay, crush your Kovalev. Oh, Kovalev's going to put the pressure on him. Well, no one's been able to put the pressure on him. Not that no one has felt to try, but his boxing IQ is too smart. He uses his jab. He uses his movement. He's not as flashy. He's get the work done. I think he's more entertaining than a Mayweather per se, because Mayweather is very defensive. He'll box the shit out of you. At least Ward gets aggressive. He can get the knockdown.
And he'll stand in the pocket with you.
He'll stay in the pocket and exchange with you. But again, when he doesn't need to be there, he won't be there. His boxing IQ is in a different level. That's what you saw with Alexander Brand. Because Brand is a very awkward fighter. He's the kind of guy that you're not gonna land 2 solid shots, 2 or 3 solid shots. It's gonna be one shot and he's gonna be out of the way. His hands are down, his head is moving all the time. That makes for a very, very difficult fight. So if you're a great boxer, you can outbox him and land the shots, but getting him out of there is not gonna be easy.
Right.
Again, Brand's only loss was to Badu Jack, the current champion at that weight division.
Right.
And it was a split decision. So people are writing off Alexander Brand like he's not something to mess with, but he is. He's a difficult fighter. He can make fights awkward. That goes to his advantage.
All right, can I say something? Can I say
Please, because I feel like I'm just hanging on the spotlight.
Let me say something that these people actually fucking care about. All right. Let me say something that actually resonates with our listeners, because I know that people like the truth. I'm about to give it to you right here.
Oh, facts?
Right now. Facts.
You going with facts?
Facts. Here we go.
I don't believe it.
Andre Ward's been out for a while. We all know this. He came back not too long ago. He fought. Can't remember the last dude he fought. Sullivan?
What was it? Sullivan, yeah. Sullivan.
So,
undefeated fighter.
Wow.
Just
anyway,
saying.
He's like 1-0. Anyway, moving on. Andre Ward, I watched this fight. And Andre Ward just came off of an injury, right? Right hand
surgery. Shoulder surgery, I think.
I'm going to tell you what I saw in this fight. And Andre Ward looked flat-footed. There wasn't a lot of movement. And he almost looked a little tentative to throw. Every now and then he would kind of almost commit, and then he'd come in and grab. And I don't know if it was because Brand's awkward style was throwing him off a little bit, but I saw a very tentative Ward. I saw him almost a little slowish and a little sluggish, and I don't know if it was the long layoff, but I think of the same Ward that walked into Saturday night's fights Sergey Kovalev. I think he's going to be in for early.
Yeah, but
night.
you can't.
That's
base,
just what I think.
People say you can and you can't base the performance of a fighter on his last fight. But to go back to Kovalev, who had a shitty performance last time. Let's be honest. He got out jabbed by a guy that shouldn't have been there. He should have taken him out there, and he got the decision. He knocked him down, but it was an ugly fight, even losing rounds because of a simple jab.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna base it off last performance, and no one's gonna beat anyone according to these people talking.
We're only gonna have to wait a little while.
That's it. Just in November, it's gonna happen. I can't wait to prove all you motherfuckers wrong. SOG, pound for pound number 1. He's gonna prove it. November 19th.
But you can read for your SOG, you SOB.
Come on, that was too easy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Anyway, so Andre Ward, he wins decision. Unanimous decision. Easy. It was an easy night. But it was a very meticulous fight for him. You know what I mean? He had to do a lot of picking of his shots and everything. Like I said, I thought he looked a little slow. I thought he looked a little flat-footed, a little tentative at times, but he got the job done. Now we're gonna wait. This is But we'll talk about that fight later.
Yeah, it's
We'll
coming
talk
up
about
later.
that current event.
The current event site. And we got let's whip it out here because you want to move to the next one.
You want to take a little quick inner?
We'll take it in. We'll
Quick
take it in a
'cause,
mish.
ain't shit
And
coming up next week.
ain't nothing much. So we'll be back.
Get some more coffee
Yes, sir.
for you bitches.
Later.
She used to watch my fucking podcast,
You really gonna do it?
saying that she wants to laugh. She used to watch my fucking podcast,
The Beatdown Podcast.
saying that she wants to laugh. We know about that MMA, and we know about that boxing too.
I apologize, people.
We know about that MMA, and we know about that boxing too. Every time I come over here, I drink coffee, so I fucking spit my shit on point. All right. Anyway,
that was entertaining.
That was all right.
To say the least.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on some
It's
songs.
a work in progress.
Every week, I'm gonna come in here and just say something
songs?
off the top.
New songs.
Give me a song right now.
All
Right
right.
now. Give me one song.
Let's not.
Give me. I say, give me one song.
Barbie Girl.
Okay. That's
Game changer?
That's tough.
That's a game
All right.
changer.
I can't do it. I can't do that shit. That's a hard one.
It was a trick to shut you the fuck up. So, all right, man. Nothing going on this weekend.
Nope.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
But if you find yourself in the middle of Tijuana with a gun to your head, about to be smuggled in as a drug mule, you might want to check out this next fight.
Oh, you talking about this fight could happen at your neighborhood Oxxo?
This could happen
The Mexican
at,
7-Eleven.
if you're in the Southern California area at the nearest rundown fiesta, you might and go to the back. You get the permission to go into the back. You might see Antonio Margarito versus Roman Alvarez. And I know what you're saying, people. Roman Alvarez, that guy sounds familiar.
That sounds very familiar.
Well, it's Canelo Alvarez's retarded brother.
Oh, you're talking about he's brother to the he's brother to the best fighter in the world. I see what you're saying. That's why we know him.
Yeah, not a skill translated to the little brother. Is he a little or big?
I think he's older brother, but smaller brother.
He's older. Is he older? Because he looks 59.
He's definitely older.
He looks like
you
a
sure
rough
that's not
59.
Canelo Alvarez's dad fight?
It could be Papa Alvarez.
You talking about El Tío Alvarez?
It may be Papa Alvarez, man. I don't know.
No, this is.
I had to look like in the deep, dark part of the web. A web, this part you don't want to go to.
You talking about
to find this fight announcement?
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was encrypted. Some was in Spanish. There was a wall behind it. It was bad.
Ooh.
So this fight is taking place in the streets of Tijuana, most likely.
This is right in between the cockfighting and the dog fights.
Yeah, right in between.
This is going to be the intermission fight. So Antonio Margarito, Mexican boxing legend.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Legend for
not.
cheating, probably.
He cheated once, allegedly.
No, he cheated twice.
Allegedly.
Once allegedly.
Yeah, he got
Ever
caught
since
once.
he stepped in the ring with the great one of the
Shane
greatest
Mosley.
fighters of all time, Miguel Cotto, and wrongfully beat him up with plaster on his hand for 11 rounds. For 11 rounds,
Excuse me, sir, that was allegedly.
arguably almost destroying the legend's career, if not coming back in even better fashion and getting a 10th round TKO on Margarito because he's a fucking cheater and a fucking vampire. And he's an ugly motherfucker. And I saw him get beat up in Texas Stadium by your boy Manny Pacquiao. That was the greatest fight.
Anyway, that first of all, let me clear this up. That was allegedly that he was cheating.
Yeah, sure.
It
bro.
never got
Sure.
proven in that fight. Where it got proven was his next fight against Sugar Shane Mosley, where they caught that motherfucker.
Which of course, it wasn't gonna. It's just a one-time thing, right? It was a one-time thing, right?
Listen, sir, I don't accuse people, and I don't say they're guilty until they're found guilty. He was found guilty once, not twice. On the first one that is the alleged one, we're speculating. I think the proof is probably there.
Most likely, the proof is in the pudding.
Most likely, proof is in that guacamole.
That guac. The proof is in the tortilla
The
that's
proof is
being
in
made right behind where they're having these fights at.
The proof is in that chicken mole
So
sauce.
if you find yourself with a bottle of tequila and a lot of tortillas.
And you got to eat the last worm.
and you're eating the worm. You might want to catch this fight.
You could probably
it's probably going to be on
Univision.
Azteca. Yeah, Azteca TV or whatever.
ESPN Deportes.
Unibox, probably at 2 a.m. where you can catch those random fights in Mexico. Probably not going to be sanctioned. So he can use all the plaster. He can use all the plaster he wants.
You don't use that.
Why is Margarito coming back? Why is he trying to make a run? He's broke.
Money. I bet he needs that money.
Man, $1 million pesos can't get you a lot of Mexico anymore, huh?
Not anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Margarito still looks good.
Yeah,
he's in shape.
Right. I expect him to probably win this fight.
Against Roman Alvarez.
Against El Papa Alvarez.
I've never even seen this guy fight. Who did this guy fight?
Oh, this guy, I mean, you name it.
Didn't this guy used to be...
You name it.
Didn't he fight at 130 at one point?
Bro, I don't even know. I don't even care about this. I don't even know what we're talking about. That's how I feel about this fight.
Again, if you find yourself in Mexico City with a gun to your head, go check out this fight.
If you find yourself, this fight's going to be held after La Lucha Libre AAA.
Yeah. I think it's a 2-for-1 special. If you buy a rooster... before 9 o'clock, you get two tickets, one to Lucha Libre.
If you buy 3 dozen tamales, they're gonna go ahead and give you 2 tickets, ringside tickets to watch this fight.
Yeah, wow, ringside.
Yeah,
they're really reaching, aren't they?
Yeah, this may be up there as I don't even know what channel this is on. This is probably right after the novelas, right after the soap operas.
Yeah.
You could probably catch it right after Sábado Gigante, if you know what that is. With Don Francisco holding it down, still looks like he's fucking 30. Anyway,
he's old. I'm probably he's not dead yet.
Dude, I think my grandma used to.
Remember that ghost?
Grandma, my grandma used to watch him all the time.
Yeah,
and she used to watch him when she was younger. And he looks the same now.
How's he not? I'm pretty sure he's dead. They're just puppeting.
You think so? You think
there's just strings attached to his ass?
Dang,
doesn't have much life left.
Yeah. So we're gonna move it along, man.
Some current events.
We're ready to talk about this more exciting stuff than that. There's actually quite a bit to talk about as far as current events goes.
A lot of current events. I'm gonna get inside with Ward Kovalev. Obviously, that's the next fight to be made. Officially, the contract has not been signed, according to Ward's manager from Rock Nation. I don't know if that's 100%. I just found it out maybe a couple hours ago. I don't know how true it is, but most likely they already have a date. It's only a matter of time. Probably just some money dispute. So yeah. Oh yeah. Little fun fact. I think Ward rolled in about $900,000 for his fight against Alexander Brand.
It's not a bad pay.
Guess how much Alexander Brand got paid?
Let me guess. $200,000.
He wishes.
What?
30 grand.
No bullshit.
30 fucking grand.
Bullshit.
30 grand.
That's fucked up. And people want to talk about the UFC of not paying shit.
That's not good, man. That is bad. That's really bad. Especially for me undefeated and fighting Bondu Jack already. I don't know if that's 100%. I got it off of a boxing scene 24/7.
Hey, Brand, fire your fucking manager.
Yeah, for sure, fire your fucking manager. So yeah, man, that looks like the fight.
Hold on. You know what the mess up part about this? That Antonio Margarito and Roman Alvarez are probably going to make more money than that at the back of a shop where they make pottery.
Yeah. The back of the tire shop that also doubles as a body shop.
Yeah. The back of that shop where they make those half moon, half sun things to go on your wall.
You can find a lot of Virgin Marys for sale. 2 for 1. But yeah, man, we don't want to break down the fight. We just kind of want to break down Kovalev and Ward. So Ward, obviously, he fought twice this year after a long layoff. That was always been the thing with Ward. He's been injured, taking long breaks. A lot to do with management as well. Finally signed with Rock Nation. Now we're seeing him fight twice a year, which is almost a privilege. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's going to be 3 times, hopefully 3 times a year. So that's going to be great.
If you don't get hurt.
If you don't get hurt, but I'm pretty sure he'll be fine.
I think he's all right. I think he'll be all right.
We got Kovalev. You know, he's been a little more active. He's on the pound-for-pound list. Again, he beat Chilemba his last fight. Who you fight before that? Some no-name scrub. Pascal. That was a great fight.
Yeah, that was a rematch. Pascal.
And of course, he beat the 50-year-old Bernard Hopkins. Couldn't take him out though. Couldn't finish him. Just saying.
He sure did rock his ass.
Just saying though, but he couldn't finish him. And if he rocks him, you're gonna finish it off. Don't start something you can't finish.
I don't know who else has done that to Bernard Hopkins lately. I'm just saying.
All right, man.
I'm sure Adonis Stevenson hasn't done it to anybody.
To anybody
worth mentioning. Anyway.
Hey, man, Adonis Stevens, follow us on Instagram.
I love you, Adonis. You can for sure share this.
Yeah.
For sure share this.
Stevenson, what are you up to, man? Pound for pound. You're top 5 for sure.
No, I'm. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell you about this fight. I think this is probably the one of the top 2 to 3 fights that can be made in this sport right now.
Yeah.
In the sport of boxing.
I think I was watching a stat. This is the first time. This is not the first time, obviously, but this is the third fight in I think nearly a decade, that the top pound for pound fight each other while they're the title holders.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's very rare. Like, very rare do you have 2 active in their prime top pound for pound fighters that hold titles in the division fight each other. So again, it's happened 3 times.
Saw last week or the week before with Santa Cruz and Frampton.
Yeah,
both fighters in their prime, both
two
champions.
different weight classes, but still, in their prime, going at it.
To me,
somehow had to go.
To me, right now, boxing's almost in a resurgent stage, where this grip of just nothing but the the companies like Showtime and HBO are just holding a grip on these guys, and I think we're starting to see.
Such a shame.
Yeah, it is, and I think we're starting to see that. Hopefully, we start maybe seeing cross promoting, because there's money to be be made out there for both, and they're losing money if they don't just fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's especially now. But now with you have, I wouldn't say it's the wrong way to do it, but you have a lot of smarter fighters now.
Right.
That they just don't want to fight, which is what back in the day, that's all they want to do, just fight. Pay me whatever, I don't care. I want to fight. I want to prove that I'm the best. Now you have fighters that are a little bit more smarter. They know the damages that can occur from this kind of career.
Right.
And they're saying, hey, if I'm going to fight, I want a big payday. Rightfully so. But on the offside, you don't get the fights that you want to see at the time you want to see them.
Right.
So it makes the sport suffer. It has to be a give and take. You know what I mean? Yeah, you get the big fights, and it's also about the companies not paying these guys. Like, if he asks for money, don't shorthand them. Don't give in all of a sudden, but give these guys what they deserve. And Danny Garcia, he's making, $2 million, $3 million a fight. That was actually a stupid decision why he didn't fight Pacquiao. But I mean, rightfully so. He probably would have got knocked down by Pacquiao, and got lost. I think he's really scared. Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think his size. I think he's kind of a big guy for his weight, for 140, and I think his basic jab and his defensive style of fighting, I think, could have won him that if he would have played it smart.
Yeah.
But not again, if he would have attacked. If he would have attacked, he would have got fucked up.
Yeah. Ran to a nice little left hand by Pacquiao.
Oh, you're talking about almost like the right hand that Juan Manuel Marquez threw? I'm saying round 6.
Out cold, brother. That was a hell of a fight. That was the way he had to go. If Marquez never fought again after that, I would have been happy. He deserved that. He deserved that win. He deserved that win.
He deserved all 4 wins. Anyway, I'm just saying.
4? Well, come on. You got to give Pacquiao at least 2 of those fights.
No, absolutely not.
I give him at least 2. The
maybe
last
1.
3 and 4 were obviously 4, but 3 was definitely Marquez.
2 was definitely Marquez. We'll go back and watch.
Speaking of Pacquiao, we should go back and Pacquiao. Speaking of Pacquiao,
nice segment change.
Boss.
Legend. The powerful Marco Rubio.
So Manny Pacquiao, not the senator. I don't need my water. Pacquiao. Speaking of Pacquiao, so you texted me this weekend saying that Vargas pretty much finalized, but apparently it wasn't that close to being finalized. But he's narrowed it down to Vargas and Crawford, and that he was going to finalize it this week.
If Pacquiao wants to win a fight, he needs to fight Vargas.
Yes, that's an easy fight for him. If
he wants a tough fight and a fight that I think he's probably going to lose, he needs to take Crawford.
I think Crawford beats him. And if I'm Bob Arum? You talking about
Bob Arum?
I don't like the A's. If I'm Bob Arum, I'm pushing Crawford. I'm pushing him. That's the guy. That's the next guy in line. I know he fights. I know Manny Pacquiao's also on the stable, but you want the next star coming up, Terrence Crawford. That's the guy you want. Just got off beating the brakes off Postal. He's asking for the Pacquiao fight. He's a stud. Entertaining to watch. He's and also entertaining to watch, but his charisma's there. He does the little taunting, the little shaking, the little moving inside the ring, and that's gonna be
he's definitely got some personality,
Yeah.
but he needs to bring that fucking personality whenever they interview him after the fight.
Yeah, he's
and
real.
they're just throwing it in his lap, saying, "Do you want to fight Pacquiao? Do you want to fight?"
I'll take whatever I want. Whoever.
I'll fight whoever they give me.
Whoever.
You know what?
Bob
I would have just you grab the mic like this and you say, "You know what? I'm talking to all the Filipinos out there. Line them up.
Shit.
Line them up."
Not even just Pacquiao.
Yeah, not even
I'll
just
take
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's.
You give me Chinky. You give me Pacquiao's mom who likes to hex people. Give me all of them. Line them up. That president likes to kill people. Let's go.
Yeah, he can get some too. So yeah, man. Hopefully.
That's what Hector Macho Camacho did.
Yeah. He did
Back
do
in the
that.
day,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember that interview.
Renell Whitaker.
After that win from Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Yeah,
After
I think
he knocked
so.
out Sugar Ray Leonard. That was
I
a
gotta
great
go
fight.
back and watch that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But anyway, man, either one, these fights are going to be entertaining for me. Pacquiao versus Vargas. Vargas is going to be game. He's going to get knocked out. But
he's gonna make it a fight. It's gonna be
He's gonna
a
make it a
scrappy
fight. Yeah, he's gonna make it a fight.
If that fight happens between Vargas and Pacquiao, it's gonna be the more fan entertaining fight.
yeah.
If Crawford
Really?
wins,
I think Crawford could make it just as entertaining.
I think Vargas is more willing to stand and trade.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely. That's pretty much all he's known for.
Yeah. So I think either one of these young fighters, though, they're in their prime. If they can get a win over Pacquiao, it's going to launch them up to that superstardom-ish mode, where they're going to start getting nothing but big names and big paydays and stuff like that. So both of these dudes are hungry. I'd like to watch them fight one day.
Yeah. Again, going back to what I was saying originally about being smart, picking the right fights. That being said, you still have to go to the ball. You still have to go to the ball game. You still have to make those big fights if you want to get propelled to. I wouldn't even say a Canelo Alvarez status, because I know I'm fucking biased on him, but who has he really fought besides Mayweather?
Miguel Cotto,
arrested Miguel Cotto,
Austin Trout. He beat Austin Trout whenever.
When Austin Trout was dangerous. But again, with
he beat Eddie Lara.
But even with Danny Garcia, besides who he
Robert
fight?
Guerrero?
No, not Robert Guerrero.
Keith Thurman.
No,
God
the
damn,
undefeated. Damn it, I can't. The guy who's dangerous, Matisse. When he fought Matisse, when he was dangerous. But other than that, he took a big risk fight? No, he hasn't. That's why
he lost anyway.
That's why he hasn't been propelled to that superstar status. The kid's undefeated. A title holder in 2 weight classes, but yet he's not a superstar getting these big fights like a Manny Pacquiao, even though it was offered to him, or like a Mayweather. You know what I mean? You have to go to the ball game if you want to play. You know what I mean? You have to take these big risky fights, and of course show up. So that's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say about that.
That's fair.
All right,
moving on.
Move on to some MMA.
Ooh, tell him about this right here. My boy Connor McGregor lighting them wrestling fans up.
You like
wrestlers.
You boys like wrestling, right?
You boys like them WWE wrestling. Conor McGregor talking that shit about them wrestlers.
That ain't real wrestling.
Conor McGregor basically dissed the whole WWE.
Oh yeah, Tom, he'll slap everyone.
He said, "Line them up."
Line them up. He said, "I'll slap everyone on that roster twice on Sunday."
Yeah, he said
twice on Sunday.
He said, "I'm gonna slap them and make their head spin so it falls off." And then all these wrestlers talking,
I think it was Roman Reigns saying,
Reigns,
"Oh,
MVP.
you're the size of my leg." Yeah, bro.
For sure, you're on steroids.
I would be big too if I was jacked on steroids 24/7, which he just got suspended for. So for sure, shut your mouth, bro.
For sure. Hey, Roman Reigns, what does he weigh?
We know we're about to get a lot of heat by these wrestling fans.
Wrestlers. All these 10-year-olds.
These guys are vicious on the internet, though. They're cold-hearted, man.
It's the same dudes that look for Pokemon. I'm just saying.
They're cold-hearted, man.
Anyway, but. Yeah, all these wrestlers talking. The one I did like, though, was Ric Flair. Ric Flair came out and said, "You're welcome for your gimmick," and all this kind of stuff. And
what is this really?
What do you mean?
This is Mayweather. I mean, not Mayweather. Ooh, there you go.
Well,
Conor McGregor getting. I think he's gonna be on the WWE pretty soon.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think
this is a ploy. And it's just up McGregor's alley because they're gonna pay him a butt. Let's be real. They got Lesnar for UFC 200. I don't know if WrestleMania's coming up or not. I don't keep track of it. I need to tell my brother. My brother's really into that. But WrestleMania may be coming up or some big pay-per-view event, and guess who's gonna be a one-and-done deal just like Ronda Rousey? Conor McGregor.
You know what? I wouldn't put that out the way, but not a permanent move for him.
No, definitely not a
mean?
permanent move. Definitely not even a segment. You know what I mean? Where because you know how they have those segments where they go week in and week out. But I think he's just like a pay-per-view, one-time pay-per-view. Conor McGregor, yeah, fucking slaps the shit out of the Big Show, kicks the shit out of the Big Show or whatever.
Mayweather did it.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson did it.
Yep.
You know, there's been a lot of people. Donald Trump did it.
You know, he built that wall. No one could break it. So yeah, man. I think this is a
King
ploy.
Lawler comes out. Oh my God! Look at this.
So yeah, man. I think this is a ploy for Conor McGregor, and everyone's biting into it, and it's fucking awesome. This is great. That
you know what I think he's doing?
What's that?
He's got that salesmanship, a la Ric Flair-ish, but more MMA or actual pro sports fighting. You know, that Ali talking crap, that Mayweather talking crap, Tito Ortiz-ish, Chael Sonnen. All he's doing is boosting this pay-per-view buy, so all these wrestling fans will go out and buy that pay-per-view next week.
Oh yeah,
and
then the MMA fans will buy the WWE pay-per-view, whatever. I mean, I definitely wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
but
anyway.
But you know, there's some people that would do that.
Wow.
There's some people that would do that.
Wow.
Even if you get 25%, that's still a boost in numbers.
Wow.
Let's be real.
I'm just saying.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Listen to this, like, wow.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what I gotta tell you. That's
true.
all.
This is true.
So, Conor McGregor, he's trying to get himself a piece of the pie. So, go for it. Go for it, because Lord knows when Nick Diaz chokes him out again, he's not gonna have much to run to.
Well, we'll talk about that next week, sir,
145 division.
Myself and McG have a lot to say about this fight.
Oh, McG.
Yeah, you call him Conor McGregor. I call him
Mac Daddy.
I call him Con. You know, there's different things. CAC. You know, stuff like that.
You lost me, man.
Anyway,
all right, man. So we got some Tyler Woodley news.
Again?
So, again, we were talking about Woodley last week. Obviously, he's a new welterweight champion. Knocked out Robbie Lawler in the first round. I mean, again, not too much horn. I called it, you know, whatever. But now he's mixing up. He called out Diaz. He called out St. Pierre.
St. Pierre apparently is interested.
St. Pierre is interested, but he's not doing anything about it.
But
let's be real.
Tweeted out and
but
said
let's
yes.
be real. He can tweet out. He can tweet out to the cows come home. St. Pierre is already on a contract with the UFC. All right. Remember, he left the UFC.
Right,
he stepped away. It wasn't like, you know, his contract was ended. That he was a champion. He said, "I'm fucking done with it for right now. I'm stepping away." The contract signed. The contract is there. He's ready. All he has to do is hit up Dana White and say, "Hey, I'm going to fight." There's not much else to say about it, really. If he wants to fight Tyron Woodley, then let's make the fight happen. But as much as he wants to be on Twitter saying he's going to do this, he's going to come back, we've yet to see anything happen. And he's only getting older, and people are starting to lose interest. Wouldn't you say? Think about GSP coming back last year or even earlier this year, as opposed to now. We're like, okay, 200, which would have been the main attraction. That would have been peak.
Right,
GSP coming back for 200. Fuck yeah, I'm in. Didn't happen. Now he's looking 203, 204 when he's 47.
222. That's what he's
yeah. 222. It's not making as much hype, man. It's not making as much hype, and I think St. Pierre, if he's not making the move, Diaz also not making the move. Diaz also kind of badmouth him. Also put himself in a corner saying that Woodley's not a big draw. That he wouldn't like. It's not a big enough fight for him.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Like for sure, the welterweight champion should be a big enough fight for you.
But you know what? Diaz is right.
What do you mean?
Diaz is right. Woodley is not the type of champion that's gonna pull in big ratings. If you put up a Woodley versus Thompson fight, as much as I want to see that fight, and I hope it happens next, it's not gonna pull in the same ratings as a Woodley versus Diaz or a Diaz versus Thompson.
That's exactly why he should take the fight.
Diaz is just talking that up so he can get himself in the news and make some headlines. Probably get under Woodley's skin. He beats Woodley. I'm just saying.
Yes, I 100% agree. Diaz beats Woodley, so now Diaz is champion. Now he calls out GSP, even bigger pay-per-view, even bigger payday. Now that he's a champion, he gets a cut of the pay-per-view sales. Come on, Diaz, you should get off the pot. That's what I'm saying for both Diaz and St. Pierre. Diaz just got off of his suspension a week ago. Let's make the fucking fight happen. What the fuck's taking so long?
I don't know if Diaz can make it by 202.
I don't think so either. I wouldn't want him. I want a fresh 100% Diaz. Monster Diaz.
I want a Diaz at 204, 205-ish. But if
maybe
GSP is going to come back, no, I want this shit in Vegas.
Vegas. All right, yeah. Yeah, say fuck Vegas. Say fuck you for fucking him over.
What?
Vegas. The Vegas Commission is the one that gave him the 5-year suspension.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nah, put this shit. You know what? Throw this in L.A.
Stockton?
Throw this out there.
I don't know if there's a stadium in Stockton, but
give him
or
a
arena
bone.
in Stockton.
Give him a bone out there.
Yeah,
Anywhere, they'll pack that shit up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Put that shit in Anaheim. I don't care. The 209 will be there.
Woodley, Thompson, Diaz, St. Pierre. Not really interested in a Lawler rematch.
No.
That's the only 3 fights I see him happening. If he wants to make a big name, I mean, again, for the bigger numbers of Diaz, St. Pierre. For the hardcore fans, I would love to see Woodley versus Thompson, because I think Thompson mops the floor with him.
I think you're right. You know what I think they should do? This is what I think they should do.
What's up?
I don't think GSP is going to come back yet. Okay? So I think this is what the game plan should be.
Do it.
Woodley versus Thompson. I think Thompson wins. Sets up a huge fight for Thompson versus Diaz. Calm down, man. Calm down, man. You know you like that. Joe, you're welcome.
I'm at a half mass right now.
You got a half chubby?
I got a half chubby right now. Whoa, easy with the equipment, sir. Excuse me, sir. Very expensive equipment. Calm down your excitement, sir.
I got excited.
God.
My dick's changing.
But yeah, man, that's a great fight. I expect big news from.
You're welcome.
I expect big news from UFC pretty soon.
You're welcome.
This was the next topic we got. It was I'm not really interested. I kind of know the gist of it, but I thought it'd be a little fun thing to bring up. MMA and we got now we got the Olympics in Brazil. Yeah. People getting robbed, people getting shot, people getting kidnapped,
people falling off their bike head first and knocking the fuck out.
Yeah, so
breaking legs.
So we were thinking about maybe what do you think about the state of MMA and the Olympics?
I think it's tough because
that's a very tough sell.
And I'll tell you why. For me, a lot of the martial arts that already make up MMA are already in as individual sports.
Yes.
So you already have judo, you already have wrestling, you already have boxing, you already have fencing, apparently. No, I'm playing. But you already have all these sports. You already have all these sports that are part of it.
Ooh, for sure, that's bad. Yeah, you have all these sports a part of it already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. What's up, dude?
Franco in the building.
Franco in the
My
building.
Roommate just came in.
The Asian sensation.
So rude. No, you're good, brother. Don't worry about it. No. But yeah, so now we have.
These mics don't pick up a lot of outside noise, so.
I think Brazilian jiu-jitsu is a bigger argument for that.
Yeah.
Has solid ground. You know, again, you just said they have wrestling, they have judo, they have boxing. Put some BBJ in that bitch.
Well, that's who you gonna put in there. I mean, literally, if you want to build an MMA or want to put an MMA in the Olympics, your Olympics team is gonna be like Luke Rockhold, Frankie Edgar, all these UFC guys.
Would it be amateur though? Would it be amateur or would it be?
Then it wouldn't be the best in the world. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, boxers at the same time. Boxers
amateur. Yeah, boxing and amateur is a big boxing amateur and pros is a big difference. But I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu can make a strong argument.
I like that.
Because, again, if you have people from fucking Jamaica that fence, you definitely have someone in Jamaica doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think it may not be as big.
That have fencing?
I don't know. I only assumed. There's some weird-ass fucking sports out there that countries are doing, apparently. Like, what the fuck?
Coat hangers.
You telling me Russia has a fencing team? That's probably very, very feasible.
You know North Korea has an Olympic team, and none of them smiled when they came out.
North Korea's in the Olympics?
All their lives are on the line.
What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't even know.
Let's ask the
Kim Jong-un. For sure you don't. How are you going to watch this, Kim Jong-un? How are you going to create
So we're just completely down with having North Korea? So you fucking telling me we're just completely down with watching North Korea at the Olympics?
Yes.
Those guys fucking kill people.
Yes.
Those fucking savages.
It's crazy.
What about South Korea? South Korea there?
Oh, yeah.
Do they hide? Do they hide from the North Koreans?
I didn't even know there's 210 countries in the world.
God damn it! Dude.
There's some that only had like one person in the sport. Like I saw a girl yesterday in gymnastics that was like she was the only gymnast, and I was like, man, she is the best in her country.
There's a lot of teams out there that only have one person in their whatever respected sports or whatever that's representing the country.
Yeah,
like this is just this person. But even I noticed even the Olympic boxing team usually go about, well, obviously not last year, but 2008 they introduced the first time women's Olympic boxing. And then usually you have about 8 or 9 male fighters, amateur fighters, and then maybe 4 or 5 women fighters. Now there's like I think 9 total. So a couple of our guys didn't make the cut. So obviously, so if you for guys that don't the amateur system, if you win a national tournament, you get a spot at the Olympic trials. If you win the Olympic trials, that doesn't automatically mean you qualify for the Olympics. You have to go on pretty much an international tournament tour, and then you have to earn
for sure. Wrap this shit up
and earn another spot. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to tell something, so you fucking listen up. You fucking pay attention when I'm talking to you. So they earn a spot on the Olympic team after that. So go fuck yourself, man. Anyway, how fucking dare you?
So MMA in the Olympics, I say no. I think you have a point. Brazilian
BJJ,
jiu-jitsu.
Good jiu-jitsu.
Put that jiu-jitsu in there. Yeah. And you already have, maybe you can do a karate and stuff like that. You have these individual things, but MMA is so mixed. It's like you don't have XFL.
Hey, man, wrap this shit up.
Yeah,
see how rude that is?
See
how rude that is?
Making my point real quick.
All right, man, we got to get the fuck out of here. Shout out to our Breaks to Go. Thank you for all the help, John, last week. And want to dedicate this podcast to my late friend James Odom, who passed away last Tuesday.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's a tough, strong guy. He was my fraternity brother back at Texas State, and we got the news that he was in a car wreck. But apparently everything was going stable, and some shit happens, and he passed away on us, man. So we got to go to his funeral. It was a good time. We got to celebrate his life. So I want to dedicate this podcast to him, and I'm gonna miss you, brother.
Well, rest in peace to him. I didn't know him, but
he's a great guy, man. Great guy.
Went too
smart.
Soon.
Yeah, but yeah, man, guys, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, tearing up a little bit.
How to speak.
And thank you for watching, man. We're out of here.
Yep, latest.